Oh, fucking hell. It's my first video back for 2023 and I'm feeling like shit again. So, I wanted to do it a bit differently this time round for this beginning of this year. I wanted to make a video first on like all the video games that I think people should try out for this year. Because I've seen a lot of negativity with the gaming community recently. People saying shit like, oh, there's nothing to play and all this bullshit. And I'm like, that's not really true. There's plenty of things to play, it's just no one talks about them. So yeah, this is pretty much a small video. I don't know how long this video is actually going to be. Fuck. Probably a longer one. Anyway, here's a list of games I think people should try out in 2023. Starting off, Battlefront 2. I think we've all heard about this game before. I did make a video on it last year. I think December, I made a video on it when I played it with James for the first time, and he fucking loved it. It still has quite the active player base, despite the fact that EA has abandoned it like 3 years ago or whenever it was. I definitely do plan on making more videos on this game like over the course of this year, especially with James. But for a casual Star Wars game, it's easily the most fun one to have. Not to mention on PC, the amount of mods that are running on that game right now. Like, I'm pretty sure they just released like a whole new mod menu for like character mods and all that sort of shit for like new heroes. Still a fun experience to have. It's just, you just have to accept the fact that this game is always going to be unbalanced from now on because, again, it's been abandoned. But 100% worth trying out again. For a second one, I've gone with For Honor. I know that might be a bit biased given my channel's heavy For Honor based content. We're about halfway through the last season of year 6 and so far everything's been going really well. We've got a ton of changes. If you haven't played this game in a while or you've never tried it and you've looked at it, definitely pick it up when it's on sale and give it a try. Chances are you'll enjoy it. There's been a lot of improvements to the game over the last couple of seasons, from stamina changes for all heroes, or most of them, to everyone getting a dodge attack as a way of dealing with light spam and all that bullshit. You got a couple of new heroes added to the game. We get a new hero next month, I think the 2nd of February, I think it was. It's an Arabic hero. The game's been popping off for the last couple of seasons now, and it's been getting better and better. We just had the Jormungandr rework that came out, and I imagine that will be ready for year 7? Yeah, year 7. Definitely worth picking up and trying out. The only downside to For Honor, I'd say, is, well, outside of being the typical Ubisoft game, it does have a somewhat of a steep learning curve like Siege does. But there are shit tons of videos out there to help you like learn the game. Like Marco Yolo alone has like fucking tons of videos on how characters work, how the overall game works. But yeah, I'll leave like a link in this channel to like so if you're interested in For Honor, you can have like look at some of his work and how-to guides and all that stuff. Next one is going to be Cyberpunk. I think we all have heard the disaster that was Cyberpunk when it came out. Like, holy shit. That is an achievement and a half. But in the 2 years since that's happened, there's been a lot of improvements and bugs fixes in the game. Like, it is way more stable now than it has ever been in its entire history for all consoles and PC. And plus, there's been a ton of improvements and content updates. And you know what? The game is actually a fun experience to have. Not a groundbreaking or a masterpiece like Red Dead Redemption 2, but still pretty high up there. Would definitely recommend giving it another go now, especially since we're getting some DLC for it this year. I think we're on the 4th one now, yeah, 4th, which is going to be PUBG. Players Unknown Battleground, the OG Battle Royale that kicked off the trend before Apex and Fortnite ruined it, of course. It's now on its 21st season, and outside of it now being a free-to-play game, it's picked up a shit ton of maps, modes and weapons, especially the Panzerfaust. If you saw my last video on it, I just disintegrating people into soup. Well, the game is free to play now, so if you've got the spare 20 gigabytes, you might as well give it another go. Alright, next on the list is Red Dead Redemption Online. I think anyone who's been on YouTube recently has seen that this game has been building up in popularity in the last couple of months. There's good reason too. The game is actually surprisingly fun. It just suffers from Rockstar's bullshit of shitty economics and you know, the whole microtransaction bullshit. But you can have a lot of fun in this game, and even if you don't want to do all the grinding and do it that way, you can still have fun with your friends by playing basically a cowboy simulator. I already have a video of this planned and recorded. I just need to edit it down, and I'll probably put that out maybe in a week or two from now. I've got an Uwu video to do first though. On the next one we got Titanfall 2. I've spoken no end of how I feel about Titanfall 2, and I truly think it's one of the best FPSs since Halo. Like, I would even go as far to say it's the only FPS since Halo that could actually kill off Halo completely. Like, that's how good it is. Brilliant multiplayer, great campaign and community. Like, overall this is one of the best FPS games you can play right now. I will say this, unfortunately the servers on console are currently fucked. Like, they're very unreliable at the moment, which is why I haven't been able to make any more videos on it. But if you're on PC, definitely try out the North Star client, because that looks amazing right now. And that is, again, this is one of the games that I want to get for when I get a PC and play a shit ton on, because the North Star client looks amazing. You got a ton of custom games, got a ton of custom modes, skins, the whole 9 yards are on the North Star client at the moment. 100% give this game a go for this year. You will love it. For the 7th pick, I've gone with Splitgate. This is more of a known niche type FPS, but try imagine if Portal, COD Advanced Warfare and Halo made some sort of messed up baby. That's basically what Splitgate is. Basically the Advanced Warfare movement system with the look of Halo, but you got the portal system added in there as well. It's a lot of fun to play around with, especially with the portals, how that all works, because it's all like you can pull off some stupid shit with how the portal system works, and I've surprisingly been enjoying that game recently. I definitely want to make another video on it, because I made one like 2 years ago, but that's when I was like really starting out, and probably not my best work during those videos, so I definitely want to have another crack at it this year. And it's free to play at the moment, so worth picking up. Next one we got Minecraft. I know what you're thinking, why the fuck have I gone with Minecraft? But every few years Minecraft goes for this phrase where it gets really popular all of a sudden, and then it slowly dies off, and then a year or two later it comes back in full force. I wanted to see if I could kickstart this year off by forcing people to play Minecraft, just to fuck with everyone. I actually have a video planned that I recorded like all the way back in like 2000, what is it? Yeah, I recorded it in 2021. Like, that's how long ago I recorded a Minecraft video. I didn't even have this mic set up with back then, but I definitely want to go back and use that footage now. Insurgency Sandstorm. If you've watched if you watched Badger at all, you probably have seen this game. But it's a game that it's been on my radar for a while now. It's always looked one of those games that looks interesting. I was never sure if this game was worth picking up until I bought it myself, and I'm happy to say it is actually a lot of fun. It's a lot different to what other FPS is like. Imagine hardcore mode for any Call of Duty game you've played. It's basically like that, but it has the Battlefield elements of like roles and stuff like that. I've been having a blast with that game recently, and I've already started getting clips together for a video that's coming out probably next month. I've been having a blast playing this game, especially with the shotguns. Holy shit, the shotguns in this game are so much fun. They actually work like a shotgun, and it's so satisfying to kill someone with. And then for the last one, which I think is the 10th one, I just put down Halo Infinite. Like, if you didn't see my last video on Halo, which was I think like 2-3 weeks ago, it recently got its winter update like end of November, which came out with Forge, co-op for the campaign, and a few other things. Yeah, I know Halo Infinite is kind of a mixed bag at the moment, but I still think it's one of the best Halo games I've made so far. It's just, I don't know, it's hard to explain. The recipe's there, it's just no one's hungry for it as they were back in like 2010s. But still, free to play game. Forge is free. You can literally build so much shit in there. Worth picking up again for Forge alone. And you got co-op to play as well if you got friends. The only other games that I usually play at the moment is Destiny 2 and GTA 5. But I feel like these games are fairly big at the moment, so I wasn't really going to say much about them. But yeah, that's about it. I just went through like a few games that I've been playing the last year or so. I put them in a list of what I think people should play in 2023. Or at least give a try out. Definitely expect more videos on like all these games I've mentioned at some point this year. I don't know what else to say really. If you have any recommendations of games you should try out this year, put them in the comments. I'll have a look. If there's anything that catches my eye, I might just play it, make a video on it. Why not? Anyway, that's about it. Next video is going to be the Shaolin Uwu video, then either it'll be the Red Dead Online video with James, or the GTA video that I've been on the back burner for the last month. Alright, cheers for watching. Peace.